Right now, we are prioritizing in our society square footage per dollar. And that is a toxic conversation. Because what you are actually saying is, I want the cheapest thing I can have for the biggest space.
Yeah, dollar per square foot is really just a race to the bottom. It's just incentivizing people to use cheaper and nastier materials in your building. And why would you want to build a house that your family lives in with cheap, nasty materials that are basically killing people?
One of the things not talked about is the toxins in building materials, and the way that this is presented, where people think they're making healthy decisions, is important to our society. Health is important, but people aren't provided with the decision-making capabilities to make the decisions that they want, because the industry is hiding what's in the products. It's greenwashing, it's prevalent. We need to change that conversation, and we need to get out of dollar per square foot, because that will always give you toxic crap.
The world is changing. We all know that. Our lifestyle and our buildings and a lot of other things are going to have to shift with that for humanity to survive and thrive. And so if you're under the illusion that the government's going to do it for you, you're sorely mistaken. I'm sorry.
It's a really healthy way of building. Because they're natural materials, we're in harmony with them. So they've been around us for thousands and thousands of years, so we know they're not going to be toxic to us. But they also make us feel good. Its qualities speak for themselves, especially now that we're in a climate emergency and a fuel crisis. It gives us the answers to those problems in the 21st century. So we need to raise awareness. This is the biggest issue. The credentials are all proved. It's not about, well, will it work or won't it work? Can we do it? Can't we? We know the answers to all of those questions. It's about awareness.
There's a reason why we're drawn to these buildings. And sometimes it's not something that you can label easily, but there's a qualitative experience of being in a space that's handcrafted, that has earthen materials, that has a quality of light and intention in them that isn't necessarily easy to measure. And my experience of giving so many tours of different buildings is the first thing people do when they walk in is they put their hand on the wall, which doesn't happen at a conventional structure ever. But there is like a feeling of connection that people get with these places. And there is like a deep qualitative importance to the materials that are in your wall system and in your home.
For so long, ecological or sustainable living for many people have been about having to sacrifice your comfort. But we're proving the other way. This is about upgrading the quality of your life. So you breathe clean air, you drink clean water. So we put a lot of attention in combining beauty with function.
It really is super exciting. And we need to do it. We don't really have a choice. Yeah. as a species.
It's no longer having to sacrifice comfort. You're upgrading the quality of your life. I think that's so key because there's so many preconceptions around what this type of living might be like based on older notions of people really giving up and struggling and not having water or modern conveniences or having dirt floors or whatnot. And I don't think it's true anymore. And I think it's great to put forth this reality and vision of improved quality of life and comfort.
When you live a lifestyle like this, where you're operating with the infrastructure of nature, the frequency in our human system is the same as the natural world. If you live in an environment that has a similar frequency as the natural world, your human system, your body naturally operates better to its fullest capacity. But if you're in an environment where you are polluted with artificial light, you're polluted with radiation from air conditioning, heating systems, and all of that, the house has the environment has a different frequency, and you can measure, which is not in the same as your body. So naturally, just being in a house like this, your level of stress and all of that naturally balances itself out. You might not have the same need for taking vacations and all of that because your house is itself a healing place. Surrounding yourself with people that have a similar vision is powerful. we can really achieve a lot together. Staying healthy is not only about thinking about what you put in your mouth. It's about, the people around you, what kind of energy and information you put into your ears and into your mind as well.